Operation Expendables. This is Panzer George. This is Germany, turn 8. I have 72 to spend, plus I get 5 for the spoils of war, so that's a total of 77. With those 77 points, I'm going to buy 3 fighters, 1 airfield, 2 tanks, and 7 infantry for a total of 75. So we've got a bunch of combats here. First one we're going to do is this fleet off here. I just confirmed with the UK that their 1 fighter isn't going to scramble. So I'm going to be sending these 3 fighters from Belgium. Just put this on there so you can see. So that's 1, 2. These 3 fighters. And they will have 2 left. And then this one from Western Germany, 1, 2, 3, and it'll have 2 left since it's on an airfield. And then I have this bomber over here in Berlin, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that one will have 2 left. And then finally this submarine will be coming down, 1, 2. And they have an American cruiser, so it will be doing an AA shot. Other combats included, I'm going to be moving into Lithuania. Also into Eastern Poland, I'm going to be sending in 10 infantry. And then there's 1 fighter that's in Vologda. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3 and attack that as well. It will have 1 movement left. And then up here, we're going to be sending in everything except the tanks. So the infantry are going to go screaming into Leningrad. And of course, they're going to be wondering what happened to the tanks. But the tanks have another mission. So we have 6 infantry and 1 artillery coming in to attack. And then we have this large tank force here. So we're going to be sending in 4 artillery from Germany and 10 infantry to attack that. So that leaves 6 infantry in Poland. And I believe that's all my attacks. Let me just double check. So we've got the attack. I actually didn't mark it. So we have the attack in Leningrad. We have the attack in Lithuania with 1 infantry. That's just a walk-in. We have 10 infantry and 1 fighter coming into Eastern Poland. They have an AA shot. And we have 10 infantry and 4 artillery, and we're including 2 dive bombers from northern Italy. So they'll have 2 movement left. And then the other whites are a reminder I'm going to be moving units into those spaces. Okay, so let's start with the air combat, the fleet. So we'll get this set up on the board. We've got a German submarine coming in. We've got a super bomber. We have a cruiser with an AA shot. And we have 2 destroyers. And then we have 2... Oh, we also have a submarine. So we have to be careful. We got 4 fighters. So we have to be careful who hits what, because the, well, you don't have any planes. You have a destroyer, so everything can hit my submarine. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so let's do the AA shot first. So one cruiser AA shot, and the cruiser AA shot misses. Okay, so now we have a super bomber. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters, and we have 1 submarine, and I don't get a sneak attack because you have a destroyer there. So that's 4 fighters. 4 fighters, 1 super bomber, and 1 submarine. So far I've got 2 hits, and the Allies fire back. So they have a cruiser, they have 2 destroyers and a submarine. Oh, the submarine defends at 1. Cruiser, 2 destroyers, submarine, and also the transports defended at 1. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they fire back. And they also get 2 hits. Okay, so the 2 hits I'm going to, and the hits they got were a cruiser and a destroyer. So they can hit the sub. So I'm going to take off the sub, and I'm going to take off the super bomber. So that's 2 hits. And I also scored 2 hits. So I would imagine you'd want to take off. Yes, I had a, I actually can't hit your sub. And I scored with my planes. I believe I scored with my planes, so it'll be 2 hits off your destroyers. And let's keep going. I hope I didn't mess that up. We'll re-roll that if we have to, but I think that's what it is. So 2 hits on either side. So we're going to do that combat again. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters. So now the submarines are out of it. And we have a cruiser versus a cruiser and some transports. So my 4 fighters, I score 3 hits, so the battle's over, and you get to fire back. So you have a cruiser, and you have a transport, and you score 1 hit. So I lose 1 aircraft. Your submarine stays there, but it can't protect the transport, so the transports die. Okay, on to the next combat. The next one we're going to do is Leningrad. So we've got 6 infantry and artillery. There's a Russian AA and 2 Russians. So here we go. So we've got 2 ground units defending at 2, an AA, and I've got 5 non-supported and 1 paired with artillery. So 1 paired with an artillery and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get a total miss. Okay. You get to fire back. You've got 2 shots. You miss. So I fire again. Oh, this time the infantry comes through, and I get 2 hits. And you get to fire back. And you get 1 hit. Okay, so for the 2 hits, you would take off the AA and an infantry, and I have 1 hit. I'll take off this infantry. So we've got 1 Russian left. We've got an infantry, an artillery paired, and I lost 1 infantry, so I have 4 unsupported. I just need 1 hit, and I get the 1 hit. And get to fire back. And they get hit as well. So we're down to 4 infantry. So that's 4 infantry, 1 artillery in Leningrad. Leningrad is again German. And now we're going to attack eastern Poland. So I have 10 infantry coming in plus a fighter. Against these 3 units, you get an you get a AA shot at me. Let's put that on. You have a tactical, which defends at 3. And you have 1 infantry, which defends at 2. Here we go. So let's do the AA fire first. And the AA fire misses, fortunately for the Germans. So now we attack with 10 infantry and 1 fighter. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And 1 fighter. Let's see how that goes. So I get 2 hits, not bad. So that's your AA and your infantry, and you get to fire back. So you have a tactical and you have an infantry. And you get 1 hit back. So that's 1 less German infantry, and now it's 9 infantry and a fighter against a tactical. Just take 1 out. 1 hit. And I get 1 hit with the infantry. Thank goodness for the poor bloody infantry. And you get to fire back. And you miss. Just give me a second here, just trying to organize. So that's 9 infantry plus a fighter in eastern Poland. The fighter's, of course, going to have to land. Now we're going to attack this force. We have 2 tacticals, 10 infantry, and 4 artillery, and we're going to do some tactical strikes on your tanks. Just need to get all this set up on the board. Just give me a moment. go. So grabbing the guys from Romania by mistake. Okay, so let's do this combat. So we have 3 Russian tanks, 1 mech, 3 artillery, and I have 6 unsupported infantry, 4 artillery, 4 supported infantry, and 2 tacticals. So I'm going to do my tacticals first, see if I can hit a couple of tanks. And wow, I do hit a couple of tanks. So the Luftwaffe is redeeming itself. So 2 Russian tanks are now gone. And I get to fire 6 infantry. Plus 4 artillery. Plus 4 infantry. And that's it. So 3, 6 infantry unsupported, 4 artillery, and 4 infantry supported. I'm going to roll that. I have to get quite a few hits, so we'll see how that goes. And of course the tacticals have already fired. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I was hoping for more, but I'll take 4. So that's 4 hits on the Russians. The Russians get to fire back. The Russians have 1 tank, and they have 3, 4 defenders with a mech, 3 artillery and a mech. So there's 3 artillery and a mech. AA for a change. And they get 1 hit back. So I take off 1 infantry, and they take off 4. So that's all their units except for the tank. Okay, so I'm going to do my tactical again. So that's 2 tactical. So here's all the dice, but I'll make sure I get it right. That's 2 tactical and 4 artillery, supporting another 4 infantry, and I lost 1 of my infantry, so I have 5 infantry. Only got 1 hit from the Russians, which was fortunate for us. All we need is 1 hit. And wow, we do get the 1 hit, which is all that matters, right? I think we are running out of ammunition and oil. But fortunately, we had a couple of Japanese U-tankers come in, and that's the reason why Air Force is still flying. So the Russian unit gets to fire back. It has plenty of oil, of course, and they do score a hit because of that. So we're going to take off another infantry. Okay, so I'm going to put that back on the board. So that was a successful attack. Okay, I did my Leningrad attack. I did my Eastern Europe one. Okay, so now it's non-combat. So the Germans have Leningrad. They have Lithuania. They have Eastern Poland. And they've taken back Slovakia, Hungary. And our sincere regrets that we don't have Romania back, but we did our best. Okay, so now we're going to do our non-combat movements. So those tanks which stood on the sidelines in Viborg, they're going to move to Norway. They've decided they needed the fresh air up north. And then this transport here is going to go A-15, pick up an infantry and an AA, and move that to Norway as well. And then this bomber is going to fly 1-2, and it's going to land in Norway and send 2 more infantry there. So that's a total of 6 units there. And we're going to land our fighters. So we're going to land 3 fighters in Holland, Belgium. We had to move 2 movement left, so our 3 fighters are landing in Holland, Belgium. And then we have 3 infantry and an artillery in Berlin. They're all going to rail to Denmark. So there's 4 units in there. And then we're going to send this AA, and we're going to send this mech into Denmark. So there's 6 units in there. And then we're going to, so for Paris, we're going to be moving 2 of the artillery and the AA into Normandy, Bordeaux. And then we have these tanks. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to send 6 tanks into Holland, Belgium. There's 6 there. And then we're going to send these other 2 tanks into Normandy, Bordeaux. Give me a second here. So we're going to send 4 tanks in here, and we'll send 3 tanks in here. So that's all our tanks. Okay, so now we're going to do some rail, and we're going to move some air units as well. Okay, so we have 4 units that can be railed. So we're going to rail 4 into Normandy, Bordeaux, 4 infantry into Normandy, Bordeaux. And then we have 3 here that can be railed as well. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to send 2 to Holland, Belgium, and we're going to send 1 to Denmark. So we've got okay, so that's all the rail, and then we're going to move these 2 infantry into Rome here. And 1 second. Instead of a infantry in there, I'm going to move an AA instead of that infantry. So I'm going to put that infantry back in northern Italy. I don't know if it was northern or southern, but everything's going to end up in southern Italy anyway. So we've got 2 AA in southern Italy. We're going to add another infantry. These 2 fighters haven't moved. So they're going to go, there's going to be 2 fighters. We're going to put 1 fighter in Holland, Belgium, and 1 fighter in Normandy, Bordeaux. And then we have these 2 tacticals. So they're going to land in Western Germany. Now, I just remembered you don't have any Navy now. So I don't really have to have those in Western Germany. So I can go 2 movement. So the furthest I can get is Western Germany. So I'll just put them in Western Germany. And I believe I moved everything, so now I can put on my reinforcements. So I'm going to put my 3 fighters. I think you can see that. I'm going to put 3 fighters for production in Normandy, Bordeaux, because we have a minor factory there. And then I'm going to put 2 tanks in Rome. There's 2 tanks in Rome down there. And then I've got a bunch of infantry. So I'm going to put 3 infantry. I bought 7 infantry, so I put 3 in Berlin. And of course, I'm a little bit paranoid about this part, but I think I'm fine. So I could put, I'm going to put 4 in Berlin and 3 in Paris. I'm going to put 1 in Western Germany instead of in Paris. This AA in Western Germany goes into Holland, Belgium. And then I have this fighter here. I'm going to put a tactical, 2 tacticals in. Yeah, 2 tacticals in Berlin. And I'm going to put 4 fighters. I'm going to leave 1 in Western Germany. Oh no, I gotta protect this. Okay, I'll put that fighter over here. This was the one in northern. There were 2 fighters in northern Italy. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Disposition of forces. So we have in southern Italy. Oops, I forgot. I gotta put a guy here so it's clear. I got 3, 4, 5, 6 infantry, 2 tanks, and 2 AA in southern Italy, protecting Rome. And in France, I have 2 infantry. In Normandy, I have 4 fighters. I have 3 tanks, 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 AA. In Holland, Belgium, I have 2 infantry. I have 5 tanks, 1 AA, and 3 fighters. Oh yes, I also have to put down I built an airfield. So the airfield is going in Holland, Belgium. Oh no, hold on. No, it's going in Normandy. And of course I thought you might have ships, so I don't know if it really matters, but that's where that airfield's going. Okay, so in Denmark I've got 4 infantry, 1 mech, 1 AA, 1 artillery. In Norway I have 2 tanks, 3 infantry, 1 AA, and 1 transport bomber. So that's actually important to note that. And in Leningrad, I've got 4 infantry, 1 artillery. Lithuania, I've got 1 infantry. Eastern Poland, I've got 9 infantry. Oh, this fighter has 1 movement left. It's going to land in Eastern Poland. So that's 9 infantry in Eastern Poland. The fighter lands in Poland. And there are 3, 4, 5 infantry. And then I've got 3, 6, 7, 8 infantry and 4 artillery in Slovakia, Hungary. And I think I've covered everything. So we don't need to do an IPC count. I have 2 tacticals in Berlin with 4 infantry. I may have mentioned that. 1 infantry in Western Germany. Okay, that's it. Panzer George signing off. Thank you.